Class 10F from Chatina Vidyashram, and I'm going to be narrating the story The Loch Ness Monster. The Loch Ness Monster, or as locals know it, Nessie. The colossal beast is rumored to exist, roaming the Loch Ness of the Scottish Highlands since times of old. Camden, a marine biologist fresh out of college, immediately took up to investigating this, cryptozoology being one of her peculiar fascinations after all. The motor of the boat jetted to life as she scanned the glistening rock through her binoculars while she took occasional peeks at her sonar. She grew up in the Scottish Highlands, Glasgow. The legend of Nessie had a special place in her mind, especially after setting eyes on the creature when she was a child. Stop staring into nothingness and help me gather the anchor. Rory, Camden's childhood friend and a hot-headed redhead, chatted. He, surprisingly, became a zoologist. Though back when the two were kids, he would climb trees to hide from the dogs. Hold on, Camden muttered. I'm looking for something. Rory rolled his eyes. That's what we're here for, buddy. So how about you help me gather the anchor? Camden whipped her head, her brown eye braid smacking Rory's face. All right, Mr. Ginger, I'll help you. While your concentration's straying, Rory began, you really think we can find her? Nessie? I mean, people have been searching for her since the 1900s. Camden grinned. Find her or not, we'll try. I suppose a wild goose chase is always fun. Wild Nessie chase, you mean? No, please don't start with your dumb jokes. It's been 2 hours and a half. Where's the 230 meter mark you mentioned? Rory peered over Camden's shoulder as she examined her old-fashioned map. The deepest point of the Loch Ness was indeed 230 meters, certainly enough to house a mythical beast. Or perhaps it's a plesiosaurus, an extinct aquatic dinosaur that might have lost its way into Scotland. Oh please, it's not like you're doing any work besides eating your sandwiches and drinking cider, Camden snapped. And why must you always interrupt my train of thought? Well, if little Miss Grumpy Stockings wants some cider, she can ask for it. I'll give it to her while her train of thought is stopping at the station. Why, what was that? What was what? Shh. It sounds like splashing. The duo rushed to extreme ends of the boat, trying to pinpoint the origin of the sound. There. Rory pointed forward from the bow side. Check the sonar, quick. Camden rushed to the sonar. Let it be Nessie, let it be Nessie, let it be Nessie. Oh my gosh. She ran to take control of the wheel and steered towards the splashing at full speed. It might just be her. Rory yelped, grabbing the rails. I'm excited too, but can you go... Water sprayed on his face. Slower? The splashing stopped. The sound of the sonar beeping rang sound and clear. Camden looked from the sonar, showing a humongous creature, only a few meters away, unmoving, to the boat, eerily silent. Rory shuddered. Did his screaming scared away? Camden, what's going on? He asked, turning to his friend. She ignored him, still waiting for something to happen. Instinct told her not to move a muscle. From the water arose a head, round, oval-like, with a slightly pointed nose. It was looking straight at the boat. The head lowered once more. You saw that too, right? Rory looked at Camden. Oh, I did. And that is coming right towards us. Then what are you doing? Let's move! Come on. Rory rushed over to the helm, grabbed the wheel. No, stop. What if it's Nessie? Then she wants to kill us. The sudden giant splash came from the starboard side, so powerful it nearly tipped the boat upside down. A creature with a terrifyingly long neck and the same oval-shaped head spotted the 2 moments ago loomed over the boat. Rory screeched. Camden joined him, clutched his arm as he gripped hers, frozen with shock, or awe, or terror, or perhaps all of them at once. How was that thing so fast? Wasn't it nearly 100 meters away? Camden's mind was reeling. If it came in less than 2 minutes, it's either as big as they say, or it's incredibly fast. The creature craned its neck to be at eye level of the two tiny humans, almost looking amused, as though it is thinking, "Look at your terrorized faces, so astounded by my magnificence. Yes, be scared." Or perhaps it was just Camden's imagination. Either way, she was scared. The creature's eyes narrowed, almost to a slit. It was weighing the possibility of us being prey or not. "Quick, take a photo," Camden whispered quietly as she could to Rory, pointing to the camera beside him. "You sure it won't spook her?" "She has no idea. The flash is off." The creature inched closer, so close that Camden could feel its breath. So it's a mammal. It could be a plesiosaurus after all. Or maybe it's a whole other kind of creature. If only I could see its teeth. The creature suddenly lifted its head once again with one flip of what appeared to be a fin, capsized the boat entirely. The two screamed as they jumped over the side on instinct. Thank God Rory insisted on life jackets, Camden thought to herself. We actually encountered Nessie. Camden's mind was filled with this eccentric thrill. She proved that the cryptid is real. Nessie sank back into the water. It was circling the boat. Or at least, that's what Camden assumed from the ominous shadow she could see moving underwater. Rory turned to Camden with wide eyes. What do we do now? Stay still and hope it won't attack? Yeah, not a great plan, I know, but film. We can't lose this opportunity. Camden smiled awkwardly at Rory's seething glare. Are you serious? I'll find a way, trust me, she reassured him. You're the one who screwed us up. Wait, don't yell. The shadow drew nearer, almost right in front of Rory's feet. He flinched, back sticking to the boat. His hands quivered with the camera in his hand. Nessie's jaw appeared from the water, right in front of him. What are those? Its teeth were razor sharp and huge, larger than a shark's, sharper than an eel's. It may just eat them after all. They would die before revealing to the world their amazing discovery. Hey, are you guys okay? A cruise ship, hopefully close enough to notice the gaping mandibles of imminent death, called out. Said mandibles of death closed shut abruptly. The shadow of Nessie began to fade. Must have gotten spooked by the cruise ship. Perhaps because it was another large object, and Nessie considered it an opponent or an enemy. Rory, suddenly filled with determination, gulped as much air as he could, and dunked underwater, filming Nessie, a beast of magnanimous proportions, disappearing into the darkness below. Wow, that is incredible, the reporter exclaimed as she replayed the video Rory captured. Looks like it's not a legend, it's a fact. The people on the deck of the cruise ship crowded around to take a look at the video as well, as awestruck as Camden and Rory were, and still are. A beast, a dark sea green sort of color, appeared right in front of them, and they managed to film it. One may call this a change in the tides of history, am I right? Camden waited for some laughs. Nothing. Okay, but seriously, everyone is going to flip when they see this. All those non-believers are going to have to rethink their stance now. The reporter nodded. You've got that right, kid. It'll be all over the news in a little less than a week. I guarantee it. She smiled and continued to rewind the video and watch it once again, jotting down something in her notepad at the same time. Oh, it was absolutely terrifying. If it wasn't for the captain of this ship, Camden and I would be fish chow for sure. Rory was recounting the story to some avid listeners. They seemed to be enjoying the tale that happened literally 10 minutes ago, very much. But hey, we proved a century-old myth to be true. Worth it. Rory finished the story at last. I give credit to Camden, though. She was the one who thought of this little expedition. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have seen Nessie when we were kids. And I wouldn't have perceived this in the first place, Camden laughed. You ran willy-nilly, scared of a bunch of dogs, and we just happened to see her. Rory blushed, his face almost the same shade as his hair. The reporter gasped. You've seen the Loch Ness Monster before? She grabbed her notepad and pen, scribbling away. Tell me everything. It's been 4 days, and as promised, Rory and Camden appeared in the newspaper under the headlines, The Loch Ness Monster, a myth-proven reality, on the first page. The reporter, true to her word, wrote down the story exactly as the two friends had told, almost to the word. She added a little anecdote of when Camden and Rory were children. Rory was running away from his uncle's pack of deerhound, Camden pursuing him from behind, trying to stop him. They ran all the way to the Loch Ness, nearly half a mile away, from their uncle's cottage, when right then, she was there, Nessie. The picture Rory took, when Nessie was eye to eye with him, was printed as well. Now that Camden looked at it, it was very, very scary. But it doesn't matter, she was ready to throw herself into research and find out as much as she could about Nessie. She'd give a shot at trying to find the beast again, if she must. It may not be a plesiosaurus, but it's certainly not an eel. There are possibilities that it was indeed from the prehistoric age and evolved as time went by. If that's so, then there are chances that Nessie isn't the only Nessie around the lake. No creature could survive for millions of years, can it? And if it can, it certainly is a mythological beauty in reality. Of course, there are many possibilities on what Nessie actually is. But she is a mammal and a carnivore. She may not even be a she. Only time will tell. But this is the beginning of something exciting. Camden had been rambling to the reporter, and she printed the current conclusion she could come up with on the mystery of what is the Loch Ness Monster? Because that's the new question. After all, the Loch Ness Monster is real. Thank you for listening.